Hey everybody, we're just about to go live on the radio, so if you'll just stay tuned in. Yep. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Hey everybody, you are listening. Actually, I'm going to turn it on. There we have
Yeah,
it
have a
back
little
on.
ambiance.
You're listening to the Doghouse with CBC Tower Radio, the latest in gaming news, reviews, and discussion. Here is your hosts, Husky, Dingo, and Updog.
Hey, what's up, fellow gamers? Like he said, you're listening to the Doghouse
Yeet,
here on the
yeet.
CBC Radio Network. We got a pretty good show for you lined up, as always.
Pretty
Yes.
good. We have a really good
I don't
show.
think this is going to be our best show, but it's going to be all right.
It's not going to be the best, but it's going to be good.
Every show is our best show, baby.
That's right.
We keep improving.
We evolve,
Always.
moving forward, always.
Yeah. Oh man, we got a couple good things. Some hot and spicy news lined up. So we're just gonna go into that. Probably just before we get into any of into the news, all that stuff, we got to go into the weather
Of
and the
course.
rest of the day. So
Mm.
let's jump into that. So jumping into the weather first, and this is 25th, October 25th. It is 54 degrees Fahrenheit outside. It's getting a little chilly,
Gross.
just a little bit.
I love it.
Oh,
I'm into it.
Just a little chilly.
no.
It was when I walked out today. It was rainy. It was cold. It was bitter. Fantastic.
I knew he was going to do it.
I'm an apex predator in this environment.
He's an Apex legend.
I have a thermonuclear device in my my gut. That's actually why I'm so rotund.
You were
And it
born.
Oh my
produces a lot of
goodness.
heat.
You were born for Arctic climates.
Yeah, I'm a walrus. So 54 degrees outside right now. 12 degrees Celsius for our millions and millions of German fans.
We got like two.
No, they're millions. We're the Hasselhoff.
Yeah,
We're
2
2
million.
million.
2 million.
The Hasselhoff.
So therefore millions.
Hasselhoff of the airwaves.
Hasselhoff.
Humidity right
howdy.
now is 94%, which is, that's what happens when it rains.
In Arkansas.
Yeah.
The wind speed, we got a northeasterly wind of 10 miles per hour. The high for today, and we've already crested noon, it was 57 degrees Fahrenheit, and you can expect it to drop to around 53 degrees later tonight, and it looks like we're going to have showers throughout the night, so, and that goes into tomorrow too. So we have a bit of a deluge, which isn't bad. We need rain, and I
We
enjoy
did.
it. I'm the only one that's happy right now, and that's the happiest I can be.
I'm into it. I like weather like this. I can go inside and turn on the heater and not feel weird.
I can wear my jacket.
That's fair.
I get to wear my jacket.
Your cool leather
I
jacket.
have.
I'm not gonna wear my leather jacket. I'm gonna wear that jacket.
You have a leather jacket?
Yeah,
I do too. Is it a biker jacket?
yeah.
Yeah, mine too.
Oh
We
my gosh.
need to wear that in here one
We
day.
can become. We should be a biker gang.
Yeah, we need to
I gotta
you
get one now.
Oh,
I gotta get
yeah.
one.
We all gotta get aviators and dingo boots.
Dingo boots, yes.
Oh my god.
Yes, let's go. Anyway, but yeah, it's raining.
Yeah, but it's nice out, sort of. It's nice to not walk outside and instantly sweat, but
Yeah. I had something I was gonna say. I just totally forgot what it was when the biker thing happened.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I know.
Just let it happen.
Oh, I know. I gotta figure out what in the world I was trying to say.
Jumping over to, if you remember, let me know. Jumping over to our verse of the day, we are reading from the book of
Ooh.
Ephesians,
Ooh.
Chapter 5.
chapter
This is one of my
5,
favorite
verse
parts of the
19 to
Bible.
20. So, Dingo, why don't you take this one away?
Alrighty. Addressing one another in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing and making melody to the Lord with your heart. Give thanks always for everything to God the Father in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Very simple Bible verse today, and by that, of course, it's never really simple, but just to kind of give the main point of this is we can use everything that we do to honor and glorify God and give thanks for everything He's done for us. That's basically what the verse is saying.
Excellent.
That's a good verse.
It's just true.
That's
It's
a scrumptious verse.
scrumptious.
I am sustained by this.
Well,
I like
hey,
it.
we're
into
supposed to dig into that meat every
I thank
every
God
day.
for it, just
That's
like this
right.
verse said.
Boom.
All right.
Speaking of thanking the Lord, let's get into the dog meat.
I think we're
It's
doing
not in the dog meat yet.
It was a good transition.
No, it wasn't,
What's
because you were
wrong?
wrong. It's not time for the meat. It's
Dang
time
it.
for ba-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, top of the
Da-da.
hour.
Top of the hour.
See, that's how you do a transition.
Gotta do a
You
whisper.
monkey.
You monkey.
You monkey
how we
with a
stay on
headset.
top.
I'm a dingo.
That's how we stay on top of the hour.
Of the hour. Hey! That was pretty good. I like that.
All right. So
That's why he's the boss.
Who wants to go first? All right.
I got a quick one. I can just do mine.
Oh, it's him. Okay.
Okay. So yeah, Halloween is almost upon us. So it's
yes.
a night for
Sure
delicious,
is.
delicious hijinks and spooky mysteries abound.
Can-
Your
Andy.
knowledge of the calendar days is most impressive.
I actually had to pull the calendar up right in front of me to say
Candy.
I needed a direct reference.
Resourceful.
Yeah.
You'll
Also
need that.
candy. Maybe some candy.
Yeah, get some candy.
Yeah.
But you know what? You know what else you can do? Luigi's Mansion 3 comes out October 31st on Halloween. Next week, Thursday.
Does it come out in the morning?
They haven't announced what time it comes out. It's probably going to come out like midnight because that's the spookiest
Ooh.
time.
Well,
Spooky.
it'll be like probably shops around here. You'll be able to pre-order, and they may even let you get it early in
Yeah,
some places because they're gonna
probably.
get it. They're gonna get it like a day or so early.
I've already pre-ordered it, so I mean,
So you can probably ask them, your local vendor, and they'll be what.
Yeah.
No vendor.
I don't know when they're gonna let you download it though.
That's
Probably
true.
midnight.
Probably.
So but yeah, that's the big thing right now. So
It's gonna be cool.
If you don't want to go out and you don't want to tend to your door and be a functioning member of society, guess what?
You don't have to.
Luigi's got your
Mansion's
back.
He's got you covered. Him and Luigi.
Him and Luigi got your back. Yeah, it's gonna come out Thursday. I'm gonna play it, and the next day I'm gonna sit down and do a review for all of our loyal listeners. So be excited for that.
Potentially something more than just a review. Dun, dun, dun.
What are you talking about?
I'll
We're
tell
gonna
you
murder
I
later.
am genuinely afraid. It's a Halloween miracle.
It's a Halloween miracle. Maybe there's a dog fight with Luigi's
I
Mansion
haven't
in
felt
it.
anything in so long.
Just maybe.
Perhaps it is.
Oh, you want a dog fight?
Yeah.
You want to fight me? That's it.
Yeah.
I'll fight you.
What's the bear game?
I'll take you down.
That's all it is.
Well, Luigi's Mansion, obviously.
They haven't even played it.
Are you saying Luigi's Mansion 3 again?
No, I'm messing with you. Yeah, the regular Luigi's
You're wasting my
Mansion, OG.
time.
Sorry.
That's
Yeah.
what you're doing.
Well,
I guess look
gosh, I'll
forward to
shut
that.
up,
We're
okay.
just announcing this. We're gonna have a dog fight next week between the
Might as well.
OG Luigi's Mansion and
I mean, do you want to do the OG or the second one? Just go ahead and tell me that real quick. Or do you want to do it both GameCube?
What are you
games?
talking about?
why would we use the second one? The second one sucks.
The
The
second,
second one
is
is the 1,000-Year Door. The first one is
I was
the
talking about
original
Luigi's Mansion.
I
N64.
thought you meant
No.
Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, I know, but
Luigi's original.
no, the
Luigi's
second one sucks on Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah,
I give you that.
No, I don't know about the 1,000. I don't know
Okay.
about that one. Which one do you want to use?
I don't know.
The
I'm trying to
do the 1,000-Year Door.
decide.
It's on the GameCube.
Okay, fine. I'll do that then. 1,000-Year Door.
Why has everything got to be
They're
a
both
fight?
really good.
I got to fight you on everything, Dingo.
You ruined
I
it.
know.
We had a nice transition. I was gonna be like, yeah, say your game, and you're
You
like,
know what?
Well, which game do you want?
It's because you didn't show up for
Well,
the
it's 'cause-
pre-show preparations. That's
Yeah,
why.
You were sitting
that
there,
was
you're like,
3
"I wanna
hours
play
before.
Smash."
Well, someone said they were gonna come and play with me, and they never
I
showed
gotta-
up.
I gotta
so.
set up. I gotta set this up. So I'm doing my job. I'm making money every day. Gang, gang.
Gang, 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 gang.
Gosh.
Wu Tang.
Somebody else do the top of the hour, please.
All right. So
I'll let him do it. Oh, okay, I'm
Me?
doing it.
me.
Okay.
Okay. I can do this.
I'm
Actually,
fine.
you go.
Okay, cool. I can do it. Just kidding. Anyway, awesome. So, if y'all don't remember, about a year ago, we got a lot of random news from Nintendo as they were starting to reach their influence not only in video games, but also in some outside media. Great example is the Mario movie from Illumination, which we haven't heard anything about. So there's that. But we also heard about Universal making a Nintendo park. And so, as most of us know, they're going to release their newest park, which is going to be Universal Studios in Japan, in Tokyo, actually. they are going to have the Nintendo Land done in 2020. So that's not news. We've known that for a while. But the big news is that in Orlando, they're going to make a Nintendo Land, and it is going to open in 2023.
It's gonna knock your socks off.
Wow.
It's going to be really good. I mean,
It's Switch
they've got a
compatible.
lot of it is going to be Switch compatible. Actually, the one in Tokyo is as well. So
You can
you can
play
just go to
this-
Tokyo and do it too.
You can play this theme park at home or on the go.
At home.
Goodness gracious.
That'd be crazy. But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah. So
That's cool.
I'll be
You know,
married by
and I
then,
know
so
they're
I'm
trying
gonna
to-
go there.
They're trying to
It's
get the
gonna be
new
great.
one open in time for the 2020 Olympic Games, and I
Yep, yep.
honestly, that's honestly the first time I was like, I kind of want to go to the Olympics.
Yeah.
I
so
know.
I can go to
Yeah.
the park.
So I know it's kind of sad, but
Maybe
also
we-
true.
Maybe we can plan a day.
Doghouse
That would
day?
be insanely
Apparently,
expensive.
It's gonna be
the
really
guy
expensive.
the guy who drew the JoJo's comics,
Araki?
Araki, he's going to be doing a lot of the art for like the promotional art for this Olympics.
He can't.
Oh,
draw.
really?
Whoa, the Olympics.
Yes. This is going to be
For the Olympics.
For the Olympics, yes. That's what I've been told.
JoJo goes worldwide, baby.
Oh no!
Star Platinum's just gonna be like, he's gonna take the torch. He's gonna take the torch up and light the beacon.
It's like
The last runner is gonna be just a guy in a Star Platinum costume.
the opening at the opening ceremony, they're gonna play the Japanese national anthem. Then
That'd be insane.
The torch lights up, and all of a sudden, these three muscular guys are all doing poses.
Have them all
no!
posing up. Would that not be insane?
that'd be amazing.
That'd be the best Olympics ever.
Oh my gosh, are they gonna draw like each country like as like their star Olympian and like give them a stand?
I'm super excited for the Olympics.
I'm
the
actually
most
upset. I shouldn't have
excited-
said anything.
This is the most excited I've been for the Olympics in my entire life.
Yes,
Oh,
it's gonna be
man.
amazing. It's kind of weird because I feel like we
Yeah.
just had one in Japan.
You know, I think my
No,
favorite
I
part
don't think so.
about
Weird.
this announcement,
Maybe
as far as the
Beijing.
park goes,
That's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
as far as the park goes, is there's going to be restaurants. I really want one of those restaurants to have some lawn milk. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could have a lot of really cool stuff from all the different universes as far as food goes.
Oh,
And so I think, like, having lawn milk from Zelda's universe would be super cool.
it'd be interesting if they put some of the food from Breath of the Wild at this.
I want a
park.
Doki
Yeah.
Doki Literature Club, except it's a Doki Doki Monster Truck Club.
Where did that
All right,
come
what's your
from?
top of the hour, bud?
Is that your top of the hour?
That's the top of the hour.
It's a
There's
video
actually
game,
one
and I
coming
want,
out.
All
I
right.
want a Doki Doki Monster Truck Club in Nintendo Land.
This week on
Nintendo
Game
Land.
Doctors, we're gonna find out how to fix Husky. What's good about Husky? What's bad about Husky? How do we?
Oh boy, you got the good, I got the bad. I'm just kidding. Not
He
really.
pays me. That's good.
um,
Oh man, how do you
Jumping-
top this show?
Monster Hunter World Iceborne PC release date has been confirmed.
When is it?
It's January 9th, 2020.
Bum,
Now
bum,
they
bum,
have
bum, bum,
said
bum, bum.
it's
That's not
not
bad.
it's not it's around when we thought it was going to be, but they've said okay, we're trying. Their goal right now is to catch up and get them on the same timeline. Now, what this could mean, if they're trying
okay.
to make it simultaneous and get it caught up,
There's
that
gonna be
could
more
mean-
stuff.
That could mean
Cross
that
console play.
that means because PS4 just announced that they have the crossplay thing. It's ready.
Mhm.
They can send it out and devs can use it. They
Yeah.
just have to. They just have to get this prepared to where every console can get on crossplay now. So
Mhm.
Monster Hunter, Capcom team's trying to catch up and make sure that every platform is going to be releasing around the same and on the same level.
Bless you.
So that's
Sorry.
what makes me hope that they're going to have crossplay.
That would
That's
be
pretty
amazing.
insane.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So
I can play Monster Hunter on the keyboard.
in other news, The
Yeah.
Last of Us Part 2 was delayed.
Yeah, I saw that.
I saw that.
It was delayed to May 29th, 2020.
What was the original date? Do we know?
It was, I think it's supposed to be 2019. Or no, it was supposed to be early 2020,
Early 2020.
I believe. I don't remember.
I bet
the-
they probably saw the reactions from the. Because weren't there like a few like negative reactions?
it's
Like,
weird.
quite a few from it.
I don't know. I don't know. Aside from just trolls, I'm not sure. But like the
Mm.
gameplay, I wasn't really super interested
It's
in
just-
it.
yeah, it looked
But
generic.
like, a lot of people said good. A lot of people are of the opinion that this is a good thing that they're doing it, and I am too,
Mm.
because I want games to have gracious windows, because I don't want when you rush out a game,
You get a Sonic 06.
you get a certain game that we're going to talk about later on the show.
Oh yes.
Okay, awesome. Another Sonic 06.
I don't know what's wrong.
Which
Sonic,
is worse?
I think 76 and Sonic 06 are like
pretty
they're-
neck and neck.
They're a race towards the bottom.
People are still trying to
And
get me.
only I win.
People are still trying to get me to buy 76.
People were trying to get you to
So,
get that.
I mean, people still want us to buy 76, so I feel like that's a little bit worse for me.
Yeah.
Like I can point at Sonic 06 and laugh, but there's no Bethesda
I played
Reggie
it.
trying to make
Feels
me
like
buy.
a con artist just coming up to me and be like, "Hey, dude, I just need like $100."
Khajiit has goods if you have wares. Go away, Khajiit. I don't want to play your Fallout game. There's no
I
NPCs.
just need $12.99 or $99.99 for gas. Please, come on.
Hmm. Basically. Yep.
Okay.
Although
But
they're
yeah.
fixing 06, so.
So, Last of Us Part 2 was delayed to May 29th, 2020. It's a good thing. Glad that they're giving the devs a little bit more time. But
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
probably still not going to buy it. But
Mm.
on the topic of things getting delayed, this is a good time to transition. That's what we're going to be talking about when we get back from the song break, as a few delays and some bad news for a certain company. And along with that, we're probably going to talk a little bit about some trailers and some new reveals. So, hang tight.
Sounds
Don't
groovy.
touch that dial. Whatever
touch
you
it.
do, whatever you do, don't touch that
Don't
dial.
touch it. Please,
Don't do it.
I'm begging you.
Don't touch it.
You listening to the show puts food on my table. Mike, if you change it, my kids are going to die.
My wife might leave me.
Anyways, we'll be right back. We're going to give you a short ad and a song. The song is Stand Proud by Jin Hashimoto. It was premiered in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 3. So
It's so weird because we were just talking about JoJo's.
yeah.
Oh,
looks like I'm
wow.
playing this.
He
Don't
is
touch
JoJo.
that dial.
You're not wired to have a response to this sound. But when we introduce a new stimulus, save the food. We're helping to stop food waste. Save the food. For tips and recipes, visit savethefood.com. Brought to you by NRDC and the Ad Council.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. You're listening to The Doghouse with CBC Tower Radio. We are your hosts, Husky, Dingo, and Updog.
Hey, what's up, fellow gamers?
Listen to Doghouse with the latest in gaming news, reviews, and
Two.
discussion.
Of course.
Doghouse.
Of course.
Doghouse.
Yes.
What's the matter? Scared? Arr!
All right, so we left off with the top of the hour about the Monster Hunter World Iceborne PC release date confirmed, blah blah blah, and The Last of Us 2 delayed. And the reason we left off with that one is because we got some other games that were delayed as well.
Yay! I mean,
Whoa.
boo!
And usually I just throw those in the top of the hour, but they have to do with a bigger issue right now. One that
Oh,
is
snap.
plaguing Ubisoft.
A vicious web.
Oh gosh, what did they do?
Okay,
What
so
did they do?
they cut their forecast for their earnings next
Mhm.
year. They cut it down to about about million euros.
Ooh.
Oh,
And just
wow.
as that happened, the shares dropped down 29%. That is a significant blow.
That's almost 30%.
That's a big number.
That's a big boy. Imagine if you were 30% shorter. Yeah, you'd be on my level.
That's crazy.
I'm actually trying to calculate how 30% of
I already did the math.
6
I know.
feet. That's,
That's crazy. So how many
I'm
titles?
I'm just kidding. This isn't math, dogs. This is.
How many games did they delay?
All right, so they delayed Watch Dogs Legion,
Oh
Mhm.
no!
Rainbow Six Quarantine,
Oh wow.
no!
and Gods and Monsters.
I didn't care about any of these games.
Watch Dogs Legion is actually pretty good.
Yeah, I was about to say, Watch Dogs is actually pretty interesting. You can be a
interesting.
grandma and beat people
I don't know
up.
if it's going to be a good game, but it was an interesting concept because I wanted to play the grandma.
Yeah, I know.
assassin.
That's the best part.
But yeah, those games were all delayed to the next fiscal year.
I like Rainbow Six more than
Um,
most shooters too.
So it's kind of all coming down on Ubisoft at once. This stuff.
It's because they aren't releasing an Assassin's Creed game.
Assassin's Creed has not done well, and this also comes at the thing of I think Division 2 and Ghost Recon Breakpoint they
Mhm.
both underperformed. So right
Ouch.
now Ubisoft is in that make or break stance where
They're
like,
in it.
okay,
Yeah.
we need to change something. They're gonna be getting to that point where they're gonna be thinking about how they can change something to get
Mhm.
back on track,
I think
or they're gonna fall to the wayside
I can't
and
remember.
they're gonna become Sega.
it'll all turn around probably when they announce Ezio for Smash.
Ezio was in Monster Hunter, by the way.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, he's like
He's
it's
in-
like a mantle.
He's in
Makes you
Soul.
run
He's in
faster.
Soul Calibur.
He's
yeah.
in one of the Soul
Soul
Calibers,
Calibur
yeah.
4.
Soul Calibur 4, the worst one.
The worst one.
Yep.
That's the subtitle.
I'm just
for it.
looking
It
at.
was really fun though. Like playing as Ezio in Soul
Mm.
Calibur 4 was actually really fun.
Yeah.
But and
All
like
the guest characters are always fun in those games.
it's like weird because like right around when Ezio left the franchise and they moved off Ezio, it's like all of a sudden we're like we don't know how to write Assassin's Creed games. And like they've just all been collectively awful. Like
Excellent.
It's so weird though
for
too.
one reason or another. Usually because they're just glitchy as all get out. Because I
Yeah.
used to be a big Assassin's Creed guy. Like
Mhm.
that was my game. I played it all the time. Like Revelations was so fun.
There's some like good games that they have under their belt that they could do, like Rayman.
Yeah,
Why they could make another Rayman game?
Yeah,
They haven't
there's
done that.
there's actually some rumblings about a new
And
Rayman
then
game.
Far Cry. Far Cry's a pretty good series.
What's
I mean,
Rayman's and
Far
Smash?
Cry and Primal was actually like a
yeah,
really
it's
fun
good.
game.
And then like you, as much as we can like
What if
kind of
Rayman-
go against
What
or
if Rayman's and
for-
Smash?
that'd be cool.
that would be interesting.
I'd be okay with that.
That'd be
But
surprising.
they
Surprising.
also do Just Dance, and Just Dance, even though it's like a game we don't care much
Isn't that
about,
the only game
that
that's
gets
still
a
being
lot of
released
money.
for the Wii?
For
I
you.
think so.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
but they
still
still
release it
make a
for-
crap ton of money from it.
That's
That's why
amazing.
they do that.
I think that's like
so
Just Dance is also one of the only games that did pretty well on the Xbox
Connect.
Connect. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, Just Dance
Don't
is
look at me
a
like that.
really big franchise, and then also Prince of Persia. I think if they went back to making
Let's
another
spend-
Prince of Persia game, it'd be
Yeah,
good.
I
Anyways,
totally agree
that's
with
it.
you. Let's spend the rest of the game. Let's spend the rest of the time naming off Ubisoft games.
No, that
They
was
have,
all I was
they
doing. with
have
I
those.
know.
they have good franchises under their belt. The problem is that they typically mistreat them. Like Prince of Persia did not go out well.
It didn't.
I think the last.
Assassin's Creed is on the same road.
Yeah.
Sad but true.
It's and Ghost Recon and Watch Dogs, like they don't handle their IPs with the best grace or ideas, and they often come out nah. Like they're a great idea, like a hacking like this thing where you hack a city and like this whole thing, like that was an interesting idea for Watch Dogs, and then it was just a crappy Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
And so like it's stuff like that where like they have a good concept and it just kind of falls flat a lot of times.
Yeah.
Or they take good franchises that have had success, and then they turn it into a cash cow and just milk it until it dies.
The pattern so
Yep.
far has been like with Prince of Persia, the games weren't doing very well. They made a movie and then it died. And then Assassin's Creed, the same thing. They weren't doing too good. They made a movie and then it died. So if they make a Rayman movie, we know that Ubisoft is just
Over.
completely over.
It's done by that point. Or a Just Dance movie.
I'm not just a gamer. I'm also a scientist. I can recognize a pattern.
I'm a scientist.
I can recognize the pattern. That's just called pattern recognition. Everybody has that.
Oh my goodness.
I can apply it to games though, because I'm a scientist.
Because I'm a scientist.
But yeah, so that's
Oh,
just an interesting
no.
thing. Ubisoft is in dire straits. Hopefully, they'll be able to bring it back.
Sure.
Yeah, but one company that is doing well right now, that just came together, is Kojima Productions.
Oh boy. Here we go.
Uh-oh. What?
We're
Wait,
about to
what?
get into it.
So, as
What?
you know, their first big title is going to be Death Stranding, and that's also their first title.
Yeah, it's coming out November.
It's the first
Go
one.
straight. Yeah, it's, let me look up.
I think it's November 8th, if I remember correctly. That might be when I have a paper due.
November 8th. You were right.
Whoa,
I
that
need to
is the day when I
Wow.
have a paper due.
So you can reward
That's
yourself.
incredible.
You can reward yourself.
You guys
You
should
get
come
that?
over. I
Please.
might get that, and we can do a quick review of it.
That sounds
So-
like
That's not a
fun.
bad idea.
Yeah.
You guys can come over and play it. We can get the otter hat together. By the way, yeah, there's an
Ayy.
otter hat in this game.
That Conan O'Brien gives you.
No, I'm getting to that. I want to get to that. So this is one of the most this is like, whether you like the design behind it or not, this is one of the most talked about games.
Yeah,
of
it's
this
true.
year. There's a lot of
Oh,
build up
yeah.
to it because they're going to see, can Kojima sink or swim without Konami reeling him in?
Definitely, probably.
He makes pretty good games. He's at least good
They-
on ideas.
They say like Konami reeling him in. I feel like just let him fly. Just see what happens.
Yeah, is Death Stranding going to be too weird to take off the shelf, or is the weirdness going to be part of the charm? We will see come November 8th.
Yeah.
But one thing is,
that's true.
one thing for sure that we know for sure that's going to be in it is Conan O'Brien.
Conan O'Brien.
Which I
We
can't
got-
believe. I
He's getting-
can't believe.
He visited the offices of Kojima, which for some reason, even though it's a startup company, is like
Super secret.
ridiculously nice looking. I have no idea how he got all this backed money, how he got people to invest in it.
I mean, it's Kojima, dude.
He's a wizard, dude.
He
I
is a
swear.
wizard.
He
He
has
could-
these really nice offices. Conan
Mhm.
O'Brien comes in. He gets to talk about the game, see the trailer. He's understandably freaked out by the trailer.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Norman Reedus and the Funky Fetus.
What is wrong with you?
The
No.
funky fetus.
Yeah, he said, "What is wrong with?" So go watch that if you're interested, because it's up right now. If you
It's
wanna
actually
see.
really good.
It's really funny.
Hmm.
But yeah, he apparently got scanned and he's in the game. And if you complete his quest, you get the otter hat.
It lets you.
What does it do again?
It lets you
It lets
float
you
down.
like, yeah, you can
Yeah,
float
float.
down the water and
Yeah.
everything.
But you
That's
do it
right.
on your back and you like make
You do
otter
the-
noises.
Yeah, you make the otter noises and do the otter scratching your nose thing. Like
Which is funny as mess.
it's just a new chicken
oh my
hat.
gosh.
Except it's a reward, not a punishment.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Whether this game is good or bad, like the star power of this game is phenomenal. You got Norman Reedus, you got Guillermo del Toro, you got Conan O'Brien. Who else are we
Yeah.
gonna
Cut
find?
scenes look good, like the
Oh,
camera
yeah.
work.
Yeah.
Like I know, like
They
he's-
do a really good job.
He's notorious for making movies out of games, but like he does it in a way that's actually kind of fun because
Mhm.
he deals with weird stuff that you wouldn't see in the theater anyways.
Yeah.
Mm.
And like this one is like, it's I don't know. I like
looks
the stories
interesting.
that Death
I don't-
Strand, that Kojima tells because they're freaking weird.
I'm okay with games.
I agree.
I'm okay with games being more cinematic if it's done well.
Yeah.
And if it gives me enough gameplay to actually take a bite out of.
And
Like,
People, yeah.
sorry, BioShock was like a really cinematic game. There were a lot of lengthy cutscenes and stuff,
Mhm.
but you play through them. If that makes sense, like
Right.
it never takes away your agency or your control.
Oh, okay.
So like I appreciate like big cinematic moments as long as they're still games and I'm getting my money's worth.
Right. And I know that this game, like one of the big complaints about Metal Gear Solid 4, the one with Old Snake,
Oh boy.
that was like it was basically just a movie. But from what I'm seeing, there's a lot more gameplay elements that people are going to give some people aren't giving Death Stranding credit for because you have the whole depth area for water. It's all about navigation from what I can tell.
Yeah, he's a delivery man.
Figuring out how to navigate this landscape and avoid the obstacles that present themselves to you, which is an interesting concept because
that works as long as there's actually a way to avoid some stuff.
Yeah.
yeah, there's stealth stuff and like you can even turn like your little thing that you tow packages on into a board, like a cover board.
Bum, bum,
There's
ba-da,
just so many
bum,
creative
bum,
ways
bum.
to-
It's really interesting that you said that about Metal Gear 4. There's actually a lot of really positive reviews, and the only
yeah.
real big complaint is the movie thing.
Yeah, there's
I think
positive
as long,
reviews, like,
yeah,
I'm just saying like that was like the big complaint about it.
yeah, I think as long as Death Stranding can do what you were saying with BioShock and kind of making it more of a I control how this works kind
Yeah.
of game. If it makes you at least feel like it, even if you're not really controlling how it works, if it makes you feel like you are, I think that'll make it a better game than Metal Gear 4.
Yeah, I can pay $20 for a movie. That's fine. I don't want to pay $60 for a movie.
Yeah,
At the very least, we have an otter hat. So
that's
At the very
fair.
least, yes.
and
fair.
Conan O'Brien.
And Conan, I'll buy it just for Conan O'Brien if I'm being honest.
Kojima.
I can't
like,
believe
with the
Conan
check,
O'Brien is in the game.
You have to
It's
write like half
ridiculous.
of this has to go to Conan or else ... I don't know. Can't really do anything. It'd be
But
cool.
yeah. Moving on from that, I believe you actually have something for the meat.
Yes.
For the meat.
I got some
Meat,
dog. I got some
meat.
dog meat.
Dog meat, dog meat, dog meat.
That's some good dog. meat.
Okay. So yesterday we saw a trailer for Persona 5 Scramble.
No.
If we talked about it a little bit, I think last year, but Persona 5 Scrambled was announced for the Switch. It's a partner between the people who do the Warriors games
Mm-hmm.
and Team Atlas.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone kind of assumed that we were going to get like a Persona Warriors type like spin-off game, which is not the case.
Not what I was looking like when we first heard about this. Because I
Yeah.
remember I was like, this game's gonna be crap because it's just gonna be another Dynasty Warriors clone.
That's
And
what I
Dynasty
thought, too.
Warriors sucks
Yes, it does.
universally.
Mm,
You play one, you played them all. But
basically.
Yeah.
as you're saying,
So the trailer showed some gameplay, and Atlas came out and gave some official announcements. Apparently, this is a full sequel to the first Persona 5 game that we're getting on the Switch and the PS4.
Oh, I didn't read that. What?
Yeah, it's a full sequel. It's basically it is like a full Persona game. We're getting like the calendar system that's still in the game. We're gonna see there's gonna be like a lot more platforming elements. Basically, the only part of this that is like a Warriors game is the combat.
is the combat at least freshened? Because the combat in Warriors games
Yes,
gets kind of
from what I've
It looked
seen,
interesting.
from what I've seen, it looks like being outnumbered by a ton of enemies. You can't just like cut through all of them. You have to like use the environment to your advantage, like jumping up on lampposts and stuff to like get away from a really big horde is a thing. Like ducking behind things for cover and like charging up your team attacks. Like it looks like there's going to be a bit more thought going into the fights.
more depth
Yeah.
instead of just
Yeah, but like I mean, it's interesting because like I went from being super disappointed to being like really intrigued because the one thing I really didn't like about the first Persona 5 game was turn-based combat. That just turns me off a little bit. But now we're getting it like a different, like an alternative.
I'm probably gonna
way
play
to
it.
fight. Yeah,
I
I'll
think
buy
I might
it,
too,
definitely.
actually.
And
Yeah.
we're getting animated cutscenes too, like
Yeah, this
Mm.
it's we're
They
getting, like
look
it's a
good.
it's a full game
and naturally
sequel.
this must be exciting for you to hear.
I'm losing my mind a little bit.
Now you actually are
Yeah.
gonna have to get a PlayStation.
Well, it's also on the Switch.
Yeah, I was about to
PlayStation
say,
4 and Switch.
that's how Scramble is,
Yeah,
man.
it's coming out in Japan February
Maybe
20th next year. So
Maybe with
Yeah.
Scramble coming to the Switch, maybe they'll finally start
Port it.
considering
Yes.
Persona 5 on the Switch.
It'd be
Gosh.
so nice. Like, honestly.
It'd be nice.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's only like, what, $8 on the PlayStation Store right now? Something like that?
So
It's
some of
only
the
$8 in the PlayStation Store.
something like that. Here, let me check that again.
something else that
uh,
was weird that I saw, like this game, it looks like it's gonna have a lot more platforming than the first Persona game
Sorry,
did.
20.
Yeah, which is cool. I'm into platform.
On
But some
sale,
of-
it was 8.
I'm talking. We're looking at like some 3D platforming, like in big environments, which is always cool. I love like
Mm.
like third person platforming when it's done really well.
Mm.
We also saw some sections that were like 2D platformers, which is like
Interesting.
Kind of
that's
interesting.
I love 2D platforming. It just seems kind of weird, but hey, I'll try anything once.
Maybe it's like, maybe they're trying to make it to where it's going like everything's kind of weird and crazy because
Mm-hmm.
you're going into someone's heart. And so in the first game, they did a really good job making it bizarre by how it was like designed.
Yeah.
And I think people at this point are not necessarily used to the design, but they've just seen it before. And so maybe they're figuring out a new way.
2016.
I think it'll be like I'm interested. This will be interesting because like one of the big things about the first game was going into this thing called the mementos, which is like the heart of Tokyo.
Yeah.
Like the collective souls of everyone in the city forms like this world. They're going to be going to different cities, so I'm wondering if
Oh,
like,
really?
if each city in Japan has like its own mementos, like which will probably be, yeah. I'm wondering like will Osaka have like giant rats or Godzilla and its mementos? Who knows?
That's crazy, man.
Nobody
know.
knows. But yeah, that's all I got.
But yeah.
That's so
All right.
cool that you got like basically a sequel. Like
Yeah.
that's super neat because we
Yeah.
were so terrified at first, and now it
I was
ends up being good.
I was so
I'm probably gonna play this
disappointed.
game.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna play this game.
I was really disappointed.
And
but
when
now
is
I'm
that
excited.
releasing again?
They were given the Japanese release date like February of next year, so it'll probably be a little bit after that.
Okay. So, but still a game. But maybe by
Sure.
then you'll have a PlayStation that you can play it on.
Yeah.
And you can play Persona 5, and then you can get caught
And
up.
then play the sequel.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Or I'd just wait to get a PS5 at that point.
Yeah, it's probably what I'll do.
Then we can do
Play-
stuff.
We play Monster Hunter.
Or the multiplayer Kingdom Hearts game.
No.
We can play Monster Hunter.
I still have to play Spider-Man.
Oh, it's so good.
It looks
Anyways,
it looks really
Spider-Man's
I
so
still
good.
have to finish God of War and Sekiro.
Yeah.
good. You haven't beaten
God of War
Sekiro?
was actually really
I
good
haven't
too.
had time. But yeah, do you guys want to take a song break, or do you just want to jump right into our big thing?
I think we can just jump in.
You just want to jump in?
You want to jump in, Logan? You want to jump in? You want a song break?
Sure, I guess.
Alright, let's see how
I mean, there's no reason not to. I mean, we don't have all that much time anyway. We got like.
we got 20 minutes.
Okay, we could take a song break.
All right, yeah. Let's take a quick song break. I'm gonna give you guys an ad. So once again, what are your things you're most looking forward to with Persona, Logan?
I'm interested to see how they're gonna like everything about the first Persona 5 game was like really like it was like a puzzle and all the pieces of the game like fit together really well. So I'm interested to see like what kind of like how they're gonna combine like the Persona style of like doing things in the normal world to like level up and combining that with like the warrior style gameplay.
Right.
Hmm.
Because it looks like they had like just like roaming around town like they
Yeah,
did in
like
the other ones.
The
Yeah.
whole overworld theme seems to be intact. Like they've got the calendar stuff too, so I assume
And they change outfits too, because I saw Joker was running around in swim trunks when he was on the beach.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just different things like that.
I
That was cool.
actually think I'm gonna go ahead and since it's just $20, I'm probably just gonna get Persona 5 and we can probably just play through it together.
cool. Let's do it. Let's do it. It's only $20.
I might have to join. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
$20.
Gosh, I hate Sony so much. I hate whoever's keeping it from being on Switch. Ugh,
Dude, if it came to Switch, they'd
It'd be
probably
60.
release it at 60 first.
I don't care.
He'd buy
I'd
it.
still buy
Yeah,
it.
you would.
Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and take a song break, and we'll be right back. Don't touch that dial. We're gonna talk about our next topic that we're gonna talk about actually is the Fallout for Fallout 76.
Oh god, it's still continuing. How long has it been?
Fallout
Years.
first.
Years.
It's been years. When
gonna
did it
be great.
release?
It's gonna be
Like,
great.
dadgum.
Be great.
I don't care when it released. It never.
Never really has.
They're not letting it die.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
boy.
never really released.
Never
But
really
we'll,
did.
We'll get into it when we play.
It's almost a year old and it's still sucking.
Oh boy, here we go.
Are we just
Alright.
gonna jump into it?
No, we're gonna take a song break and we'll be right back. We're gonna play an ad and we're gonna play "Wake the White Wolf" by Miracle Sound. Do you have something that you want to say?
That was it. No.
All right, we'll be right back. Don't touch that dial.
Have you mixed your pain meds, your sleep meds, your allergy meds? Call the Poison Helpline. Has your child eaten a tube of toothpaste, a chip of paint, a wild mushroom? Call the Poison Helpline. Have you been bitten by a spider, a snake, an insect? Call the Poison Helpline. Poisonings can happen at the home, on the job, or in the great outdoors. Call the Poison Helpline first for fast, free advice from medical professionals. Call 1-800-222-1222 anytime, anywhere. 1-800-222-1222. Save the number, save a life. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Torches of war under hatred sail, a whisper of doom on a weary breeze, scorching the shores in a blazing trail, cinder and fume foul the air we breathe, blood of fallen kings, blades of chaos ring, steel and silver sing for justice. Keen to the scent, the hunt is my muse, a means to an end, this path that I choose, lost and aloof are the loves of my past, wake the white wolf, remembrance at last. Wake the white wolf at the dawn of more. The end of the ages are coming now. Tide of flame will sting, punishment time bring. Steel and silver sing for justice. Keen to the scent, the hunt is my muse, a means to an end, this path that I choose, lost and aloof are the loves of my past, wake the white wolf, remembrance at last. Wake the white wolf at the dawn of war. The end of the ages are coming now. Ravage in the river, scorching the shores, fires in the night, the torches of war. Ravage in the river, scorching the shores, fires in the night, the torches of war. Wake the wolf, wake the white wolf. Wake the wolf, wake the white wolf. Ravage in the river, scorching the shores, fires in the night, the torches of war. Ravage in the river, scorching the shores, fires in the night, the torches of war. Wake the wolf, wake the white wolf. Wake the wolf, wake the white wolf. Wake the white wolf at the dawn of war. The end of the ages are coming now.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Doghouse. Well, we're just about to head out. So,
What?
what is it?
What is that? Oh my God! It's a message from the Bethesda bunker.
What?
They're
What's
still
going
alive.
on?
The people playing Fallout 76.
Wait, there's still people that do that?
Yes.
Oh, goodness.
What's the latest news?
They say that the Fallout 76 paid subscription service is not well received or popular.
Who could have seen it coming?
I can't believe it.
Wow.
I would have never guessed. With the 10 people that play that game, I
It's
wouldn't know.
How could the 10 people who play that game not want to pay more money to get the incredible content?
To get more unfinished
To get-
content.
To still have 0 NPCs.
Pay $100 a year for more broken
Hey,
games.
hey, hey. The NPCs are coming next year.
Exactly.
They're all dead.
They're all dead bodies.
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Okay, so as you might have garnered, as you might have gathered, we're talking about Fallout 76 to close out the show.
What a rotten way to end a day.
Yeah, seriously, this was an
I love
awful idea.
I love it. It's great.
Oh, boy.
So, Fallout 76, Bethesda just released this new subscription service for Fallout 76 called Fallout First. All right, so everybody that heard about this still trying to wrap their head about why they thought it was a good idea and why Bethesda is just so audacious to think it was a good idea. So, subscription service goes as follows: it's either $12.99 a month or $100 a year for a premium Fallout 76 subscription service.
Yeah. Anyone who signs up for this subscription gets like a unlimited scrap box, which is like an inventory.
Endless
Yeah.
inventory.
There are players who have gotten it, and they're already saying that like they're losing everything they put
Yeah.
into
Yes.
it.
It makes
comes-
items vanish forever.
It comes with that unlimited scrap box, air quotes,
Because it's unlimited because it keeps emptying itself out.
and private servers. Let's see what else is supposed to come with. Yeah, you're basically paying $100 a year for a scrap box and private servers. Private servers being instances that aren't supposed to have any players in them. Two big problems with both of these. Okay, so Fallout 76 still an unfinished game, the base game.
It is a dumpster fire.
It is a dumpster fire.
real
West
bad.
Virginia is
It's
on
dead.
fire. It is burning, and it's Bethesda's fault.
Yes.
So the private servers, I guess this is so you don't have random player invasions, and they don't mess up your instance if you're doing quest lines. I don't even know how 76 works. It's so weird.
Yeah.
Turns out these instances that are supposed to be private are reused old instances. So, and they're full of dead NPCs and looted areas.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just paying $100 for the same thing.
So
This is
actually,
incredible.
this is something else because I just found this article. It said that basically Bethesda admitted that all of their perks from the Fallout First subscription don't work. And so something else that apparently happens is there are survival tents, and they're basically supposed to be like you can get in them and then fast
yeah,
travel,
that was
and
supposed to be a
they
thing.
cause the game to crash.
Who is still
One of the many things that causes 76 to crash.
Yeah.
It's weird because like part of me has like an odd sense of nostalgia for talking about this game on the show
You're
because we've been
right.
talking about it about as long as I've been on it for like 2 years.
No, it's only been a year actually.
No, it came out in
2018.
2018. It's 20.
19.
It's 2019, but it's almost 2020.
Almost a year. Yeah.
So, like, who is still falling for this?
Sadists and people who are in too deep.
Who is?
Yep.
Ugh.
I mean, don't forget there was that
No,
one
that
guy
would be
who
a masochist. Yeah.
Yeah, masochist. But don't forget, there was that one guy who had all of the best weapons in the game that Bethesda banned. He still plays the game, probably.
I just don't understand. Like it was audacious to begin with to try to sell this to people, but like to keep. I mean, like
$100 a year is
$100
ridiculous.
a year to play this
They could-
dumpster fire.
Well, it's not just to play; it's for these perks. But like, it's not. These are broken. They're broken just like the rest of the game. Everything that Bethesda is releasing is broken. I'm not looking forward to the next Elder Scrolls. It's gonna suck.
I really hope not, but
s-
it's looking like it.
I'm so nervous about Doom Eternal, guys. I'm like,
No, Doom Eternal's gonna be fine.
Oh, Doom Eternal's going to be okay.
They had their time in the darkness. Trust me, there were plenty of bad Doom games. Now they're just gonna copy and paste that first Doom game that they just made.
that's fine.
If
was
they
an
do
ex-
that,
that was
that's
pretty good.
They're
fine.
just gonna jump off that. They delayed it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think they did.
That's
Yeah,
a
they
good
did.
thing because that means they're taking time to work on it.
And
Unlike rushing it out like they did a certain game.
Aren't they
By
giving
certain
out-
game? I mean Fallout 76.
Yes. Aren't they they're giving out like Doom 64 as a extra gift because they delayed the second
Yeah, yeah.
Doom, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like they're doing a really good job with that one. I think
Yeah.
it'll be fine.
And I think it's just a difference because they're teams. Bethesda as a company, has some policies for their big IPs, and that's affecting how Fallout 76 and probably how Skyrim is going to be affected. But I'm pretty sure stuff like Doom has their own team where they're working. They work for Bethesda, but
What?
there's a Doom Eternal team that's separate from the other stuff. So like, that's why we see like certain games are just crapping themselves. But then like the same other games from that same company are doing pretty good. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
hoping that
yeah.
Doom
Yeah.
Eternal is good because I want
Isn't-
you to enjoy that game, but I also want to enjoy that game. So
It'll
Does
be-
Elder Scrolls 6 have a name?
Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah. Okay. No.
they
Is
haven't.
it?
They haven't told.
No.
They haven't said
I
anything
thought
about
they
where it's
had.
going to happen.
No,
yet.
but
Here.
I've seen like a little bit of graphics about how they're face scanning and putting people in it.
They put the Skyrim
Oh.
grandma.
Yeah.
She's in
Elder
it?
Scrolls 6 Dominion.
What
That's what it's called.
Yeah.
I just looked it up.
have they? Is it about the old Mary Dominion then? Is it like an else? Is it in like the?
I just
Oh,
I
man,
just saw
can't-
that. That's all I
can't
could say.
Can't wait to release Jack into that world.
I
Also,
can't.
Outer
I can't wait to.
Outer Worlds released, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Outer Worlds. What was that
That was
again?
by the company that made Fallout New Vegas.
Obsidian.
Oh, okay.
It's
yeah,
got
I've
a
heard
lot of
that's good.
Reviews.
Yeah.
Although their character creation, you cannot make a good-looking character. They all look ugly.
Well,
That's actually
happens.
kind of refreshing. You just
You have to work
Wait,
to make a
what?
good-looking character.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
like,
can you? But you can eventually.
Probably.
I
but-
kind of,
cool.
I kind of like the idea of playing as like an ugly person in a world full of ugly people. It's
But,
like
like-
real life.
But like, it's like one of the presets options was like this lady who looked like she just got out of a bar fight. She got like bleeding nose. Like, a nosebleed is just a cosmetic thing that you can just have
That's
forever.
excellent.
And just like, so I'm actually probably gonna try to see if I can get that game.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna put another game in the backlog.
Oh boy.
Put it right behind Sekiro.
hmm
The game is fun too. Sekiro is fun. It's just that I didn't have time.
Yeah.
I got lost. I think too. Oh my lord. Yeah, this game is a dumpster fire.
I think that's really all we have to say.
No, I've got more to say because like they've got the whole scrapbox thing,
yeah.
and as you said, like that's just eating people's loot that they've earned. So like, I don't know how. Is there any way for them to feasibly save Fallout 76, or like, what's the most graceful way do you think they can step away from this situation, or do something about the situation to where it's not just a I don't. Because if they just
Give
drop
everybody.
if they just drop it, then like everybody's gonna be super mad that's playing it that
Mhm.
dumped their money on this. They can't just drop it because now they have a subscription service.
Hmm.
How do you?
I think this whole situation is like when you tell a lie to somebody, like, yeah, I'm gonna make a new Fallout game, but then you didn't really. There's some stuff happened. You didn't really, but people like pre-ordered it anyway. So you got to tell another like, oh, we're gonna put NPCs in it. You're gonna get a canvas bag. It's gonna be really cool. You weren't able to do that either. So the lie just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and everyone
Oh, we're
can
gonna
tell.
send you helmets. They're gonna be poisoned.
Everyone knows you're a liar. You know it. You know that they know, but you can't stop lying, because then you're gonna get sued, and your company's gonna fall apart. That was a really bad analogy. I basically just said what's actually happening. It's not even an analogy.
Yeah, that's just the truth, dude.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh! It's just
I think at this
Oh,
point,
Manta.
like, I think you could argue there's a strong argument that they're continuing this to avoid legal problems.
That's very true. That's
Ay,
potential.
ay, ay, ay. That's what you get when well, first of all, when you have a game that's not finished, and second of all, when you let people pre-order it and pre-purchase it because you're greedy. 'Cause
as
greedy.
you're making it.
As you're making it.
Like I'd do the pre-purchase. Just open up pre-purchase once it's done, please. Give yourself months if you need to. You can take as long as you need to make a new game.
Yeah.
The thing, I'm not as worried for the new Elder Scrolls. I mean, I know it's going to be a glitch fest because every Elder Scrolls is,
That's part of the charm.
even the online one.
Mm-mm.
It's part of the charm, baby.
I want them to spend as much time as they absolutely have to make sure it's a good experience.
Right?
But I'm probably not going to pre-order it because I'm not a mook.
No, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to be very skeptical of any Bethesda titles for the foreseeable future. I will
Yeah.
be watching very carefully. Because like they've lost all credibility with me.
Whereas I'm just not stopped paying attention to them now. Now I'm looking at what are your favorite developers right now?
Right now, I like a lot of the indie developers. I like Chucklefish. I like Nintendo, obviously.
Platinum's pretty good.
Platinum right now, they're doing some pretty good stuff. Atlas also doing some like excellent work. Like
Who's the team that made Guilty Gear? What's that?
I have no idea.
Arxis.
Monolith Soft is doing pretty
Arxis
fantastic.
is another one that does it. I know people like all groan and stuff about FromSoft games sometimes, and like it's kind of divisive. But FromSoft, they
They're
have a
fine.
particular type of game that they make it well, you know. But like,
Yeah.
Ubisoft,
I'm excited for.
Bethesda, EA, how Activision. I'm just hoping Bungie can make a comeback at some point. Blizzard is another one.
Oh my God.
Like, we're just awash.
We're
with
up to
garbage.
we're up to our necks in
Yeah.
garbage. I'm excited for whatever Capcom is doing next because they've dropped some hints to like, hey, we're gonna
Oh yeah,
try to do
Capcom's-
some new
Oh
stuff.
yeah,
Capcom's trying to get on the mend, and I applaud Capcom for that.
Yeah.
'Cause they like,
At least they're
we know
attempting.
we have a problem. We just need your support. We need your love. Here's a
Love us,
tofu decoration for Monster Hunter World.
Well, I mean, like so far, like with Monster Hunter World, you can definitely tell that like they're putting a lot of work into projects that are coming
But
out.
that's because that's the Monster Hunter team. That's Capcom, but it's not Capcom. Like,
Is there a separate team for Monster Hunter?
yeah, there's a Ryozo guy. I forgot his name. He's the lead developer of Monster Hunter. He has been forever. There's two teams for Monster. There's Team A, who makes Monster Hunter World. They made Monster Hunter 4. They make all the big main titles. You got Monster Hunter B, Team B, who made Monster Hunter Generations, and they'll probably be in charge of making whatever comes out for the Switch next. But you've got two teams, and now I hope Capcom is going to let the A team still do what they want, because Monster Hunter is hyper successful now.
They've seen that
They're
by now.
one of their best franchises. It's just they did the power lift for Capcom. It was sinking down because of after Street Fighter V and everything.
And
so.
that last
think-
Metal Gear game.
I would say a word of
Metal Gear
caution
Survive.
even
Metal
for
Gear.
that.
Metal Gear's Konami.
Oh right, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I would say a word of
Konami
caution for Capcom though is if we remember how Mega Man went, the original
swear.
Mega Man story. So they made the first Mega Man and it was huge, it was successful. It was literally made by that team. Capcom had no touch on it. And then Capcom said, "Hey, do this. Hey, do this. Hey, make it this way." And
That's what
they
I'm
changed it.
That's what I was
And
saying.
so I would
That's what I'm
be
worried
I'd be
about.
cautious. Yeah,
But yeah.
but they could learn from their mistakes.
I
Who
don't know.
knows?
Capcom's on the.
could learn.
Hopefully, Capcom's on the mend, but who knows?
Yeah,
Anyway, we're rounding out our last minute and a half.
I like Monolith Soft. They're a really good company, but they really only do Xenoblade.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's their niche. That's what makes them money. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, they make plenty of it.
what
from
was
it,
that?
so.
What's the Pokemon company's name again?
Game Freak?
Game Freak. Yeah, they just made Pokemon forever, and then
Tried making
that
something
was a niche.
else.
Then they tried to make something else, and that didn't work out. So they're just gonna
Yeah.
keep making Pokemon.
It takes a lot
Yep.
to like step out of your comfort zone and try other things.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's all we have for today. You guys have been listening to the Doghouse with your hosts, Husky, Dingo, and Updog. We'll be back, or I will be back, and so will Updog for the show tomorrow.
Not me.
Dungeon Dogs.
Yeah, tomorrow we're gonna play Dungeon Dogs. A very special episode of Dungeon Dogs. We're gonna have our Halloween special, Dungeon Dogs Play for Blood.
Is that what we're gonna call
That's the
it?
title, yeah.
I'm gonna put it in the video title too.
Excellent.
All right.
Oh,
So that's what
no.
we're doing tomorrow. So be sure to tune in for that. That'll be 11 to 1. We'll also be back next week from 3:10 to 4:10, same bat time, same bat channel, and I think we're having a dogfight. The original Luigi's Mansion
Is gonna win
versus
against Paper Mario 1000 Year Door.
Paper Mario 1000 Year Door.
Yeah, I thought you were just
So-
going to finish. I was going to let you do it.
But yeah, so that's exciting.
I'm going to
Be
win.
sure to tune in for that. But you guys have been listening to Doghouse. We'll be back next week, 3:10 to 4:10. Remember, tune in.
Stay
next time.
husky. Boop. That's your catchphrase from now on. Stay husky.
No, not stay husky. All right, YouTube
No
audience,
huskies.
we're just about to tune out here. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you so much.
If you're watching the recording, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell.
Ring it.
Ring that bell so you get notifications of when we're live. We'll see you guys next week, 3:10, 4:10, Central Time, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Be sure to
Can't
tune in
forget
next
that.
week. But for now, we're going to head out, and I think we're going to go watch Batman after this.
Yeah.
Oh
I think that's the
boy.
consensus.
So, but yeah, maybe play some Persona 5. But yeah, We'll see you guys next week.
Adios.
Adios.
Adios, hombre.